Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. Today, my lovely wife, Jen, and I are gonna be watching a little movie called Django Unchained. We did a poll on Patreon a little while back, I think before Jen and I actually went on our honeymoon, and we had Rush Hour, Planet of the Apes, and Tarantino movies all listed there among a bunch of other popular franchises. This was when Planet of the Apes was winning, and then it went down to third, but we'd already started filming it. Then Rush Hour was number one, so we started that one, and then it went down to number three, and then Tarantino ended up winning the whole poll. So now we're going back and doing the Tarantino movies because we had to make the poll fair. We ran another poll yesterday asking which Tarantino movies they wanted us to see. We're gonna do about 3 or 4. And right now it's looking like Django Unchained, Pulp Fiction, and Inglourious Bastards are their winners. We might do Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and we might do Kill Bill because those two were good contenders for number 4. So we'll see. I have seen Django quite a handful of times. It's got some interesting social commentary. It's got some really quirky, weird Tarantino-isms. I don't know any other way to explain it. It's this sort of Western feel. And I think, depending on how we approach this, being that I'm a white guy, I hope that we can still have an interesting dialogue. And I hope that we're up for that here, even though it's 8 o'clock our time. A lot of good stuff that we can discuss, and it's also just a good time. I know that this isn't making a lot of sense. I'm like, it's a lot of fun, also social commentary. What do you know about this movie and how are you feeling going into it?
I don't even know what to make of that, honestly. Tarantino films, I've never seen any, but I know they're very popular, and I'm not really sure why either. So I've heard of this film, but I don't know anything about it. And from the title card, it looks like some pretty big names are in it. So I really don't know what to think. Like, I can't even tell from the title card what it's about. It won the poll, so I'm hoping that means something, that it's a really, really good movie. I don't even know what to think about Holden's comments on it. So I guess I'll just figure it out when I figure it out.
Yeah, I probably didn't do a good job of trying to verbalize my feelings on the movie without giving away anything, but this is the type of movie—
You definitely give anything away to me.
This is the type of movie we're probably just gonna have to just go in and watch, and we'll leave it at that. But of course, we can't forget the comment of the day.
What's wrong with you?
So this one comes from our honeymoon video. Jen and I got back from our honeymoon. By the way, we still don't have internet, so please pray for us that we can either get out of this place, which we've been actively trying to do, or get some internet, because it has been rough. Luckily, I own this on Blu-ray already. But this comment of the day comes from our honeymoon video. MaxShade18, great video, really, really enjoyed it. Glad you vlogged it for us. So glad I found your channel, one of my favorites. Love how you keep us in the loop for a lot of your personal things that you don't have to. I do love vlogging. We've vlogged a little bit more, I would say, in the past year, just when we've had the opportunity to go on trips. So if you want to see that kind of side of us, kind of more familial, you know, us out and about type of stuff, check out some of those videos. I have a playlist on the channel of just some of our vlogs of the past. But thank you so much, MaxShade18, for the comment of the day. If you want your comment featured in a video just like this, leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your thoughts, especially on a movie like Django. That means different things to different people. So we'll probably get some pretty interesting comments down there. But for now, let's go ahead and get into it. Django Unchained.
Django or Django?
It's pronounced Django. You're okay with the N-word, right?
That's in this movie?
I love Christoph Waltz because of these Tarantino movies.
I love Walton Goggins. Is this like an actual song?
Heck yeah.
Big Daddy, huh?
Yeah, that's what you call me.
Holden Thomas Hardman.
That wasn't even a bad one. You want some popcorn? My Star Wars popcorn bucket?
No thanks.
I got from the Rise of Skywalker premiere. I would feel bad about joking so much during this sequence, but there's like the music kind of makes it
like uppity.
Like how are you supposed to feel about it? You know, really depressing and sad, but the music is. That's Tarantino, though, you know.
Whoa! Who's that stumbling around in the dark?
I mean you no harm.
Is that a tooth?
Yeah. What's your name?
Django.
Oh, it's his name.
Then you're exactly the one I'm looking for.
Hey, stop talking to him like that.
Like what? Did you simply get carried away with your dramatic gesture, or are you pointing your weapon at me with lethal intention? Very well.
Ooh.
Oh my God, is the horse okay?
Yeah, baby, he's fine.
He's not moving.
He's sleeping.
I didn't want you to do anything rash before you had a moment to
I just love how composed he is.
You shot Roscoe!
I only shot your brother once he threatened to shoot me.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn legs busted!
no doubt.
Not iron.
Oh, man.
Nasty business. Could you hold this for a moment? I take that winter coat the dear departed speck left behind.
I love this guy. Yeah.
Oh my god, the horse.
110.
He's like Obi-Wan. He's just so civilized throughout the whole thing. Treats Django with respect, you know?
Put a bullet in his head, bury the two of them deep, and then make your way to a more enlightened area of this country. The North Star is that one.
He's so chipper.
I know.
Now wait a minute, fellas.
Yeah, no.
Oh no.
All right now. On the horse.
Oh my god.
I love the little tooth on top.
What's everybody staring at?
They ain't never seen no horse before. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get that out of here.
Innkeeper! Remember? No, we must act as our own bartender.
What kind of dentist are you?
I'm the hunter.
You kill people, and they give you a reward?
Certain people, yeah. I would like the two of us to enter into an agreement. You point them out, and I kill them. I agree to give you your freedom, $25 per brittle brother. Here comes the sheriff.
Come on out. Show your ass.
Now you can get the marshal.
I'm not sure what his play is.
Man, 6 rifles.
We'll see.
Somebody gets poor Bill out of goddamn street. You in the saloon?
Is this the marshal I have the pleasure of addressing?
Yes, it is.
I trust I shan't be shot down in the street.
You mean like you did our sheriff?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
I mean,
Do I have your word as a lawman?
Ain't nobody gonna cheat the hangman in my town.
Fair enough, Marshal.
They're a little tense out there. So don't make any
I know he's not making jokes, but it's just his whole demeanor in the situation I just find hilarious.
Like yourself, Marshal, I'm a servant of the court. A sheriff is actually a wanted outlaw by the name of Willard Peck.
You owe me $200.
After this brittle business is behind us, you'll be a free man. What's your plan after that?
Find my wife.
I had no idea you were a married man.
You got sand.
Oh my gosh.
I want you to burn a runaway eye right here in his cheek. And the girl, too.
There should be some sort of a records office.
What is her name?
Brunhilde.
Brunhilde? Were her owners German?
Yeah, how you know? She speak a little German, too.
Your wife? You'll be playing a character. During the act, you can never break character.
You was gonna let me pick out my own clothes?
But of course.
His name is Django. He's a free man. He can ride what he pleases.
Not on my property.
These are our horses, Tony and Fritz. Mr. Bennett. The 5,000 things I might say that could change your mind.
Well, come on inside and get yourself something cool.
You want I should treat them like white folks?
No. That's not.
So you really free?
Yes, I was free.
You mean you want to dress like that? Is that who you was looking for?
Come on, girlie. Come on, give me that arm. You better give me that.
I'm sure there was like a lot of sensitivity on set during the filming of this.
I mean, and Tarantino's like a white guy, too.
John Brittle.
That outfit.
Remember me?
Really?
see something.
Were they?
You see, he doesn't even
Ellis.
think that there might have been the Brittles. He's like, who are they?
Right now.
Yeah.
And he doesn't freak out at him.
Is you sure?
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes, I'm sure that's Ellis Brittle.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's blood all over the cotton.
Yep.
Everybody calm down. In my pocket is a warrant. We were operating within our legal boundaries. I realize.
Get off my land.
Post haste.
Post haste.
Load up the bodies as.
That's them sons of bitches.
Oh, he was in Rush Hour. He was one of the CIA guys. And that's Jonah Hill there.
Now, unless they start shooting first, nobody shoot them. I can't see shit. Hold on, I'm with my hose. Oh, nobody's saying they don't appreciate what Jenny did.
You see? Not too good. I mean, the bag's moving all over, and I'm running blind.
Somebody brought an extra bag.
I'm just asking.
I can't breathe in this thing and I can't ride in it.
Oh, y'all, I'm going home.
Would you care to?
Aw.
He really does treat him like humanely.
From Hitters on the Mountain?
It's a German legend. There's always going to be a mountain in there somewhere. I've never given anybody their freedom before. And now that I have, I feel vaguely responsible for you. As a German, I'm obliged to help you on your quest to rescue your beloved Manila.
Harry Washington looking fine.
For murder and stagecoach robbery.
That is who Smitty McCall is. Do you want to save your wife by doing what I do? This is what I do. This corpse is worth $70,000.
Wow. Nice.
Oh my goodness.
I love Django. He's so unchained. That's why they call him that. It's very like Western. Good old Mississippi. About an hour and a half drive from us.
Oh, so you've heard of it?
Ain't no slave ain't heard of Candyland.
Well, apparently that's where your wife is. That's the repellent gentleman who owns her.
The repellent gentleman.
She ain't no field nigga, but she ain't good enough for the house no more either.
How much do you know about Mandingo fighting?
What?
Bonsoir, petite femme noire. We're here to see Mr. Calvin.
You want me to play a black slaver?
This is Mr. Candy's lawyer, Leonid Moby.
Just call me Leo. Yeah.
He doesn't speak French. Don't speak French to him. It'll embarrass him.
This seems like a good bit of fun.
Jack Dawson kind of went downhill after he survived the Titanic sinking. I realize this takes place prior to the Titanic.
That guy that they focused on, he looked like the guy from the beginning.
Which guy? You're not talking about Leo, are you?
No.
Ooh.
You either hit him or you ain't. I'm not.
It was so bloody.
I know.
Do what I told you.
Oh.
What is Mandingo?
I think it's like a black on black fighting. I'm glad we're ignorant of that because I have no idea.
Him.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, he does not have a hammer. Oh my gosh. The guy in the back.
Slaves are forced to fight to the death for their owner's wealth and entertainment.
The guy in the back with the black hat.
The D is silent.
I know.
You enjoy that, boy. You've earned it.
Oh my gosh.
That's so messed up.
Him.
What did you say, boy?
Was that not the guy?
I was under the impression when you granted me an audience, it would be to discuss business.
$12,000.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
That was a meme for a long time too, that line. Is
That guy.
That's Dexter's dad. That's who that is.
Yeah, it is.
That's
but
Harry Morgan. No, I don't think so.
There's a level above bright.
There's Walton.
Touch your guns, you die.
Everybody calm down. Everybody stop antagonizing my guest.
He broke my collarbone.
For God's sake, somebody please help Hoot here.
Walton Goggins. Goggins.
Is that his name? Yeah, he plays racist a lot. Isn't he? He's got like a racist face.
Get the molasses out your ass. You keep your goddamn eyeballs off me.
He is a rambunctious sword, ain't he?
It's like Django, cool it.
Telling me what the hell you doing?
I confirm that Brunhilde is at Candyland. Don't get so carried away with your retribution. You lose sight of why we're here. Likely get us both killed. And I, for one, don't intend to die in Chica's.
Boy, why do a fool thing like run off?
I can't fight no more, Miss Your Candy.
Get on out that tree.
Yes, sir.
How far he get off property?
About 20 miles old, bro. Ain't got it. Ain't me no more.
Now. You in trouble now, son. You fought 3 fights.
But I won every one.
Yes, you did.
I paid $500. I want 5 goddamn fights. You gonna reimburse me? I'll reimburse you.
Ain't got no use for him. Ain't that right, Doc?
You heard him?
Seeing as you won't pay a penny for this, don't mind me handling this any way I see fit.
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh.
He's looking away.
Looks a little green around the gills for a blood sport like fighting.
Nah, ain't used to seeing a man ripped apart by dogs is all. I'm just a little more used to Americans than he is.
Follow me.
Ugh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
He did a good job on his makeup.
Did this movie do really good?
Yeah.
Hello, Stephen, my boy.
Yeah. Hello, my ass. I'll snatch your black ass off that nag down here in the mud.
Stephen, this here's Django. You two ought to hate each other.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Well, good.
He gonna stay in the picture.
Stephen.
Leonardo DiCaprio, he was like really struggling saying the N-word so much on set and stuff. And
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson was like, we say it every day, man. It's fine. I'm paraphrasing a tad.
Ah, yes, Hildy, what about him?
Hildy in the hot box. She doing
Oh no.
run off again.
Hi, Stephen, how many people ran away while I was gone?
Again, Django.
Cypher's dogs tear her up.
Lucky for her.
Oh.
And the little bitch got 10 more days to be in there.
Still, take her out.
Take her out.
Southern hospitality dictates I make her available to him.
But Miss O'Candy, she run off.
You take her ass out.
Yes, sir.
That's horrible.
I know.
Dr. Schultz, may I introduce to you Brunhilde? It's not even it's German, don't you know?
Astonishing. Trinken Sie alle, mein Fräulein.
And I shall bring
Much obliged. Ich spreche jetzt nur für den Fall mit Ihnen Deutsch, dass Candys Leute uns zuhören.
Ich habe keine Freunde.
Doch, die haben Sie. Unser gemeinsamer Freund hat einen Hang zum Dramatischen. Versprechen Sie mir, dass Sie nicht schreien werden.
Hey, little troublemaker.
You silver tongue.
I have big ideas when it comes to presentation.
Two weeks in Boston.
Got big eyes for Django.
Oh no.
You know that, don't you? Don't fool me, bitch. You know what I'm talking about. Okay.
You see, it wasn't me who came to you to sell it.
Sure wasn't.
It was you who approached me to buy one.
Sure was.
It was on your ridiculous offer of $12,000 that made me even consider it.
$12,000.
Hooray, Doctor, hooray, and a wise decision that is.
5 days, Doctor.
5 days.
You was right, Doctor. That name do have paying ass.
Pleasure all them mandingos, huh, Sugar Bear?
Oh, she like them.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So you haven't seen her back?
I haven't.
No. Back here. Go on. I'm sure it would fascinate.
Hang in there, Django.
Doctor, it's like a painting. Look at that.
Calvin! Oof.
Yep.
You said you ain't know him.
Allow me to propose another proposition.
I'm all ears.
Put me in the library. I just can't understand why.
Fine. Friend Stephen, I will be along momentarily.
Yes, sir. Them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no mandingos. They playing your ass for a fool, is what I'm talking about. Huh, and Django? Them know each other. Did he give you any money?
No, not yet, but
Then
they
he
go.
ain't bought diddly. Not yet, no, huh? Thank you, Stephen. You're welcome, Calvin.
Sons of bitches! Do be a deal, go out there and give them gals an eyeball.
Of course, brother.
Thank you, Donna.
Oh, Mississippi, that's right. Just kidding. Shout out to our Mississippi fans.
He's an old Joe that lived around here for a long time. I would have cut my daddy's goddamn throat, and it wouldn't have taken me no 50 years to do it neither. But he never did. Understanding the separation of our two species.
Yes.
These 3 dimples exist in the area of the skull most associated with civility.
Hey! Lay your palm flat on that tabletop!
It's Harry Morgan.
Sit around this dinner table here.
He actually cut his hand there.
So much. Doctor.
On what?
That he shattered the glass on the table.
Oh.
Kept going. If I didn't say that, every comment was going to say that at this part.
Bring it out, Hildy.
Oh my gosh.
The price is $12,000. Y'all think my price is too steep?
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
What's it gonna be? May I lift the hands off the tabletop in order to remove my pinfold?
Make these gentlemen a receipt for $12,000, please. $12,000? We will be serving white cake.
White cake.
I'm surprised that it didn't go smoothly, but that he was willing to give her up.
I mean, he didn't care about her to begin with, but...
Yeah. But they essentially made him look like a fool, so I feel like that would have gone farther.
But I mean, $12,000. I mean, even today, $12,000. But $12,000 then.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that would be today. Oh, jeez. Yeah. It's just stuck in his mind. You know, I wonder about like dual things happening in history. Like America's history, mid to late 1800s, was like super racist like this and verge of civil war. But were the Germans like him, like actually not like racist, or was that normal? I don't know. We didn't really study. We're Americans, so we really only studied our history and how great we are. White cake.
I don't go in for sweets, thank you. I was thinking of that poor devil you fed to the dogs today. Alexandre Dumas. He wrote The Three Musketeers. I figured you must be an admirer. You named your slave after his novel's lead character.
You doubt he'd approve, huh?
Yes.
Soft-hearted Frenchie.
Alexandre Dumas is black. Consider yourself a free woman. Since I never wish to see you again, to you, sir, I say goodbye.
One more moment, Doctor. It implies good faith.
I'm not from the South.
But you are in my house, Doctor.
You gonna throw away $12,000? I don't think so.
If she tries to leave here before this loving German shakes my hand, cut her ass down. I insist.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't resist.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. That's cheese. Ugh. Yeah. A lot of this is probably gonna have to be censored in the reaction. Sorry, guys. Oh, jeez.
Stop shooting, goddammit!
Oh, Dr. Schultz.
You don't stop all that carrying on, you gonna blow our goddamn brains out.
I love you.
9!
Hold it! I give up.
Freedom, like our mother.
So y'all bounty hunters, huh? I knew there was something fishy about y'all. On free.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
He changed her mind about snipping Django.
How disappointing.
It was a close one.
Seem like white folk ain't never had a bright idea in their life. It's coming up with all kinds of ways to kill your ass. They gonna take away your name, give you a number and a sledgehammer. One word of sass, they cuts out your tongue. They good at it too. You won't bleed out.
Oh, there's Quentin Tarantino.
$11,500 fortune just sitting there, and y'all roll right past it.
You be damn Blackie, we're not bandits.
Y'all can ride back there and y'all can go get that money.
What these jokers do again?
These sons of bitches, they killed innocent people. And that $11,500 is up for grabs, and the last thing they'd expect is y'all riding back in there and getting it.
He rode in on a horse with a white man.
Bounty hunters.
You got yourself a deal, Blackie.
Got yourself a deal, Mike.
Why don't you give him your gun and gun belt? Just had the shorts fixed, and they're perfect.
That's good to know.
He blows himself up in his own movie. I love it.
I'm not afraid,
Nice.
Lord.
So this is us without internet right now. Oh! Oh! Gross. Yeah. Oh, is that Dr. Schultz? Oh.
It's me, baby.
Oh. Cleaned up that house pretty nice.
Y'all gonna be together with Calvin in the by and by.
We just cleaned the place up. Nice. Ew.
Well,
Django!
D is silent here, baby. Not you, Stephen. You right where you belong. Tell Miss Laura goodbye.
Bye, Miss Laura.
I count 6 shots.
I count 2 guns. You didn't mention kneecapping.
Oh.
You mother. You can't destroy Candy Land. Django!
Oh.
Hey, little troublemaker.
Hey, big troublemaker.
Boston as a horse. All right. Just finished watching Django Unchained. I thoroughly enjoy this movie. This is a lot of fun. I love, love, love Dr. Schultz, aka Christoph Waltz. He just absolutely makes this movie for me. He's hilarious, just the way he talks, the way he interacts with the people. Absolutely hilarious. Django, you gotta love him. And really, I think just a great story. Django getting rescued by Dr. Schultz that enlists him as a bounty hunter, and then they go on their way to try and find and rescue Broomhilda, and then the way that it ended and everything. But what did you think of Django Unchained?
I really, really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to. The first couple minutes of it, I was a little like, I don't know if this is gonna be up my alley, but the content obviously is up no one's alley. It was hard to watch. There was a lot of scenes that were hard to watch. Pretty brutal film. However, I kind of like that about the film, that it was like just very raw, and they didn't try and censor it too much. I feel like it really enables you to be able to feel all those emotions, you know? And the acting was on par 100%. I also really liked Dr. Schultz. He really was like a genuinely fair person, believed in just like basic human rights, honestly. Like, everybody deserves to be treated like a human. I love his relationship with Django. Django seems like a very closed off person emotionally, with the exception of his wife. He really doesn't seem to care about anything else. Even his fellow slaves, you know, he made it clear, like, that's not my priority, you know, they're not my concern. So for him to really bond or get it together.
Anyway, Django is a good movie, 3 out of 10.
So for Django to develop a attachment, a liking, a relationship with Dr. Schultz really says something about him, Dr. Schultz. I liked him, he was funny. He also had the ability to tell people that they were a-holes without actually calling them a-holes, and them taking it as an offense, which is pretty remarkable. He just kind of had that personality. I liked that they did kill him off, because I felt like that really said something about the lengths that he was willing to go for not only doing what's right, but for Django, and by extension, someone that he loves and cares about. That sacrifice really, I felt like, meant more that he died in the end versus just being shot and recovering. So I like that. I like that they take risks like that in movies, and they definitely did it in this one. We also had Candy's character. Leonardo DiCaprio did a really good job at playing him. I really like his kind of like laid back attitude. It really is in line with what I imagine a lot of these slave owners were at the time. Obviously had this view of himself that he's doing them a favor. He's very fair. They are his property, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with what he's doing. And Leonardo DiCaprio did a really good job at like emulating that 100%. So the acting across the board was like commendable. That moment where like he's pretty chill for most of the movie. And then when he finds out that he's been made a fool of, he absolutely loses it. And I loved the tidbit of information that like when he smashed the glass, like he actually did that. That was like a real thing. It wasn't like prop blood or whatnot. So that's like dedication. So I definitely loved that role. It's obviously in complete contrast of Dr. Schultz. And then we also had Kerry Washington, who was playing Hildy, and I'm a big fan of hers. I think that she did fantastic. You really felt for her. And that leads me to like my favorite part of the movie was just Django's like unwavering love for his wife. There were so many moments where I was fearful for his reaction, because taking off her dress in the middle of dinner and, you know, exposing her scars and just like her body, you know, the respect is just absolutely out the window. It doesn't even exist. Seeing Django's reaction to that, like bittersweet, you know, it's sad to see her have to go through that, but kind of seeing how much he loved his wife really gives to the whole movie as a whole. That was my favorite thing, just seeing how determined he was. I love that they had all these little supporting characters. Walton Goggins, I don't remember his character's name, but I'm also a big fan of his. Some of the other like slave owners and whatnot, they were disgusting, but they did a really, really good job. Obviously, there's a lot of underlining issues with race, slavery. I could go on and on. This is a hard movie to watch, but I feel like with those topics in mind and how sensitive they are, they did a good job at kind of putting a spotlight on that and kind of putting yourself in their shoes. Samuel L. Jackson, that was another character. The fact that they chose to have, and I don't know how historically accurate that is. I don't know if there was African-American slaves that were put in those types of positions. I thought that it was brilliant that they chose to have that in this film, because I'm sure on some level as a human, he hates the fact that, you know, his race is enslaved, but he also chose to kind of emulate that control and do exactly what I'm sure was done to him at one point, and inflict that pain on others as a way of coping. In my eyes, that's what I think it is. That was not something that I was expecting them to do. He was the one that exposed what Django and Dr. Schultz was doing. I thought was great, because it really did show that Candy's character did rely on Steven to a point, that he is taking advice or accepting information from him regarding this. And although he questioned it in the beginning, you can tell almost immediately that he knows he needs to listen to what he's saying. And I thought that was really interesting. That was very unique that they had that character and that they went that route with that character. And that character was so headstrong. It wasn't even like he was just kind of going along with it to make his master happy. He was absolutely like, I'm gonna get Django. He is doing this and that is not acceptable. Not under my house. I thought that was brilliant. I don't really have any complaints. I think it was a little long. This movie was very gruesome. Lots of killing, a lot of tough topics, but I thought that like generally the storyline was great. It was simple, but at the same time, it was interesting. It wasn't boring. You know, we had the basic storyline of he is enslaved, he's trying to be reunited with his wife. And then we throw in Dr. Schultz's character, which really adds a different dynamic to the movie. So I like that. That's like my go-to, a pretty simple storyline with some interesting twists thrown in. So don't have any big complaints. I thought it was great. My favorite character was definitely Dr. Schultz, an exceptional character for many, many reasons. I thought it was just fantastic, so I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'll only add a couple things to that. You mentioned like the final gunfight at the house and stuff, and it's very much Quentin Tarantino style to exaggerate some of the blood shooting out, and where he's like, "Say goodbye, Miss Laura." It's like, bye, Miss Laura, and she
was literally blown away.
Yeah, just, you know, they yanked her back there. Just absolutely hilarious. One thing that I don't always know how to react to is the tone that Tarantino is trying to convey, because on the one hand, he's showing us this like really inconvenient, uncomfortable showing of like our American history, but he does it in this tonality that's sort of quirky and it's kind of, you know, with this weird music behind it. So it's like, you can tell that they're really, really seriously bothered, but the circumstance is so bizarre. So it's such a weird, unique, like a Tarantino like feeling, you know, to his movies, and the way he does those like quick zooms with the sound effects and stuff. Very, very bizarre. And you have like the scenes where the guy's getting ripped apart by the dogs, just absolutely horrible. DiCaprio did absolutely fantastic. I really believed he's a racist trash. Wow. You know, I mentioned earlier that there was some social commentary, probably not as much as a movie like Get Out. This one really felt just like a really good story. And I loved the relationship between Schultz and Django. You know, Schultz just treats him like a person, you know? Doesn't treat him like his greater, but he certainly doesn't treat him as like lesser. They're just equals, you know? He's teaching him how to be a bounty hunter, teaching him how to read, and just treats him like a guy. And I really liked that. So yeah, just a couple other things. Oh, and I love the whole cutting the holes out of the sheets bit with Jonah Hill in that little moment. Absolutely hilarious. They have a really good way of making the racist look like really, really stupid, so I appreciate that. Anyway, what would you rate Django Unchained?
Overall, I thought it was a really good film. Like, I was pretty uncomfortable, not just because it was so visually jarring, heavy usage of the N-word. I don't think that I have seen a movie that has kind of, I don't want to say abused that, but had such a presence with that word. And so I don't necessarily feel like okay with like laughing with some of the like jokes because they were like in conjunction with the use of that word. And so there was definitely some like uncomfortable points, but that's kind of two-headed or two-sided because that happened. That was a real type of event in our history. So I like that they didn't shy away from that, you know, and that's a jarring word. That's a jarring event. And so it really got you to be in tune with those emotions as a result of that. Anyways, I thought that it was a fantastic film. I really loved all the actors. Their choice of cast was perfect. Honestly, it was like a weird love story at the end. You know, everyone loves a love story. So I think I'm gonna go with a 9.5.
Really? Wow, that's really, really high. Mine's up there too. Yeah, like what we said with the N-word, they definitely didn't shy away from it. Quentin Tarantino obviously is a white guy, wrote the script. You know, you have Samuel L. Jackson and Jamie Foxx obviously acting in it and like the story, like the message, whatever. Obviously, I'm not a black person. I'm not a black man. I can't. I don't even know. Like, how do I approach that? A black person might feel differently about it. Some might not care at all. Some might care a lot. So I don't know. I think though, for the most part, a black person can tell if a person is racist or not. Mm-hmm. So I hopefully,
if they have ill intent.
Yeah, you know, and with the N-word, it's really become such a like a guttural thing. I mean, even, you know, we obviously don't even say the word, but hearing it there, like you said, am I allowed to laugh at this part? But again, I think most of our black subscribers and black audience members know that, you know, we're not racist. That being said, I feel like, again, sort of culturally, I think it's very easy to sit here and be like, don't be racist. Racists are wrong. Racists are bad. And that's the truth. I'm like, yeah, I mean, everyone feels that way, but how do you like judge whether a person's really racist or not? I feel like a black person can know just by hanging out with someone whether they're actually racist or whether they slipped when they said the N-word while y'all are singing to a song or something. Is that really equally racist as somebody is like John Candy? I think they can tell the difference. Like even in this movie when Dr. Schultz is like, we have to play a character in order to get this objective done. We want to get your wife. So I'm going to be treating these black people poorly. I'm going to be treating you poorly. You have to treat the other black people poorly in order to do this. So anyway, I feel like because it was in the context of jokes, you know, and we felt what the director was trying to make us feel in those moments. When it was quirky with Dr. Schultz and they used the N-word and we're laughing along, that's one thing. When we're seeing like the tense moments where the slaves are being like whipped, we felt those tense moments. And so I think we felt what the director intended us to feel. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I absolutely loved it. I love that Django and Broomhilda get together. I feel bad that Dr. Schultz ended up dying. Like you said, it was probably a more poetic way to end it that he die. Hats off to Dr. Schultz for putting himself in that situation, paying the $12,000 for her and going through all that, and then just the whole shake my hand moment just being too much, because Dr. Schultz like really just, you could tell he just abhors the type of guy that Candy is. And he shoots him and he's like, to Django, he's like, I couldn't resist. It was too much. That is a good friend. You know, he might have said the N-word throughout the movie and for the context at the time, but he loves Django. I mean, is that up for debate? Anyway, context matters. That's what I'm trying to say. Context matters. But anyway, I'm up there with you. This is a 9 for me. A solid 9 out of 10. Maybe a little drawn out a little bit. Some of the other Tarantino movies I felt are kind of that way, but solid 9 out of 10. I loved it. But of course, those are just our thoughts. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. I know anything that has to deal with race or, you know, a white guy giving any input on the N-word, us talking through and giving small commentary reactions throughout it, everyone is already gonna be tense, and I probably already have a ton of comments not liking how we gave a look or something, or our interpretation. We have to be open to discussion, and we have to be able to just talk about these things without jumping down people's throats. So let us know your thoughts down in the comments below, because I thought this was great. Like this video if you did enjoy it. You can watch the full-length reaction along with Jen and I on Patreon. You'll need your own copy of the movie to do that, but you can watch the whole thing with us, and we'd love for you to do that. You can also get early access to select videos, the edited versions, if you do that as well. Subscribe so you'll be notified next time we post something if you don't want to do Patreon. And as always, Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.